In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys what I pack in my kids' backpacks. Now, I had briefly mentioned in another video that we have chosen to homeschool our children. So you're probably wondering why I get my kids' backpacks. And I will show you this exact reason. But before I show you, I will tell you some things we do, and a reason we give our kids a backpack is because we like to have our kids feel independent and like they have some responsibility without having too much because they're still younger. But we do like them to have it. It makes them feel more independent. It makes them gain that responsibility we feel, and it also helps that my husband nor myself have to remember or carry around their stuff for them. So when I do the backpacks, when I get them, we tend to try to just get them when we feel like they kind of need them, or they're due for an upgrade, or if there's like tears and stuff. But I like to get the backpacks when they go on sale after the back to school stuff. And the reason I like that is, one, it gives other parents whose children actually need the backpacks a chance to get the backpacks they want, as well as it tends to be a little bit cheaper that way. And since my kids don't use them that often, it kind of works out and it lasts a little longer since, again, they don't use them that often. So we had just taken them to the store this past weekend where they had picked out their new backpacks. Here's one and here's the other. And I sprayed them all down, got them all clean, and now I'm going to take you through and show you what is in my kids' backpacks. Starters, I have this. My mother-in-law, I believe it was, actually got the kids these. This one's my son's, and here's my daughter's. Now, if you open these up, I like these because if you open them up, you get some stickers, and you get a book to read, another book to read, a coloring thing, and I believe this one is another activity book. So it comes with like 5 books, storybooks and activity books and stickers. And so I put these in there so that way if they are bored or they want to drive, or if we're driving and they want something to do, they have these. They can take them out and just carry them around. So I put these in their backpacks. So another thing I like to keep in their backpacks would be crayons. And I got my kids these cases last year with the back to school stuff. I got them last year and it works out wonderful for them. It's easy to be kept in. It doesn't move the crayons, and yes, I am using the crayons I had gotten them last school year, because that way if we are out and about, like at a restaurant or something, and they drop their crayons or they happen to lose their crayons, well, they are ones we had last year, and it's not that big of a deal. So, therefore, they get the crayons from last year. So, another thing I like to have is my favorite things, the binder books. And I know I talked briefly about this. I actually got this idea off of Pinterest, and I bought the binders when they were like back to school again, and I think I only had to replace my son's. I like how flimsy it is, so it doesn't feel like they're gonna break them, but since they are a little flimsier and bendable, I just replaced them as needed. So far, only my son needed his replaced, But I love this idea because the Pinterest I got it off of, the parent laminated some papers for their child, and they did dry erase markers. But instead of using the laminations, I decided I was going to use protective paper sheets. And the reason I chose the protective paper sheets is because that way it's just super easy to interchange. All I do is take them out and put them right back in to new ones. I can switch it out how I want. I can make it activity based. I can make it education based. I can do whatever I want with these, and I don't have to worry about taking pages out and re-laminating different pages. All I do is the protective sheets, and I just swap the papers in and out as needed. And the thing I write with these on is actually, each kit of mine has a little bag like this, and in it is their dry erase markers. And I got the travel dry erase. Yes, they have a magnet on the back that so it can stick to things, but they don't need that. They have the eraser they can use, and they have the marker, and all they do is they write, and then they can erase when they are done, and then use it again to keep on practicing the things that we have put in there for them. Now in there I have put in some activity things as well as some educational things. So they have a mix. They have some fun stuff and they have some educational stuff. But this way it gets them a mix and it gets them off their tablets, which yes, when we do travel, we do put our children's tablets with them as well, as they do have some educational games, or they can just play other games that they have on their tablet. We are not opposed. But yes, we do have them take their tablets when we go places. Those do slide right into their book bags and we put them on and they go. But we will not be putting that in today, as they should be charging right now. So another thing I have is these fidget spinners. We do have quite a bit because of the facts that their cousin each gave them each one, along with their aunt had given them quite a few that she no longer uses. So I do have these in here. They are so fun to play with. They will be able to change out if they choose, or they can keep these ones in there. But I do put these in there because when they are in the car, they have another thing for them to play with, or if they're at a restaurant, it's another thing for them to play with. So these go in there. I start with hand sanitizer, and I have the squeezable hand sanitizer that will go into their backpacks, because you just never know when a child may use the hand sanitizer when it's needed. So I have this bag, which I didn't do last time, but this time I got each my kid a bag, and I'm just going to place the hand sanitizer in here like that. Now, another option you have, which will be going in my kid's backpack, is these wet ones. These are so nice, so easy to use. They are like their hand sanitizer, but instead of using all the liquid, or if you're afraid your child is going to be using too much of the liquid, or you just are not a fan of the liquid stuff, I suggest picking these up. And it is the same exact thing, it's just in a napkin type form. Comes in like the baby wipes type way, but it's hand sanitizer. So these will also be going in my children's book bags. Along with that bag that I have, I am giving them each a mask because you never know. Maybe one day they end up getting like a cold or something and we're on our way to the doctors or something like that. Well, you got a mask now to wear to the doctor's office. Or if we're heading into a store or something like that where it is requiring a mask and they forget at home, which generally doesn't happen as I tend to keep masks inside our car as well, we have a mask on hand whenever it is necessary to be used. So it can be used as a backup mask if their others fall on the ground, or just as a if we need one type of mask. Now, I'm also putting in flushables. And I'm doing flushables because if you are at a park or something like that, and you happen to run out of toilet paper, you have the flushable wipes, and that will be very handy as well if you ever need them. Last, I'm going to be putting in this bag over here are some Kleenexes. And the reason I'm doing the Kleenexes is because, you know, the fall and winter season is coming up, and my child may end up with a cold, or maybe not, but they have Kleenexes if needed. These on hand in case it is needed at any time, and even if they don't need it, if they have a friend or a family member or somebody else who needs one, they will be able to share their tissues with them. But for now, for safe measure, my kids are going to have one of these in their bags as well. And that's what these little bags are going to look like. It's what I'm going to have in there. Just those 3 simple things. And that is going to slide into their backpacks as well. This chapstick, because, you know, kids get chapped lips as well. So I will actually take that back, and the chapstick's going to go into the backpack as well. Instead of 3 things, each kid is going to get 4 things. And then I'm going to add something in with my daughter, and that is hair ties, because you just never know when a kid needs to put up their hair. You have long hair, you know hair ties are a must. Okay, so that's everything that's going inside that baggie, and I am going to zip that up. Now, something else I'm going to give my kids are hairbrushes. So my daughter loves this one because it just opens, pops up, and there's a mirror at the other side. So she loves this thing. So I'm going to put her hairbrush in as well, so she has that in case she does like a last minute sleepover, or if she's somewhere and she needs to rebrush her hair or she forgets. Same with my son, he's got a comb in case he needs his hair brushed at any time. And then lastly, I always like to make sure my kids have sunglasses. Now I keep a pair of sunglasses in the car, and I keep a pair of sunglasses in the house, and I try to keep one in their book bags at all times. So that way they don't need to worry about it if they are out and about and they start to feel like the sun is too bright for them. They have their little book bags, and their glasses are right inside, so they don't have to worry. Now, some other things my kids will probably end up tossing in here is if they are having a day that they don't want to do school at home. They maybe want to go to a park or something like that. we can just toss the assignments or the books that we are going to be doing into the book bag, and we pack up and we go. If we decide to go visit a family member, we just pack their schoolwork in their book bags and we go. It is that simple. So that is another reason why. And along with that, my kids are going to be going to in-person Sunday school. So they will be able to take their book bags and any books they have to carry to and from, any papers they do that they are going to need to take to and from or bring home. They have a book bag. They don't need to worry about forgetting it. They just slide it in their book bag, bring it home, and show us. And it will be so easy, so simple. And so that is the reasons why we've got our kids a book bag. And that is what we put in their book bags. One thing that we will also make sure along with their tablets is we will make sure that they also have their water cups. That is something I am a stickler on. Whenever we go somewhere, I like to make sure they have their water cups because I just want my kids to always feel like they have something to drink. We will also be putting in their snacks because I don't ever want them to feel like they're starving. If we are out and about and having fun, they will always have snacks on hand. They will grab the grab bags, or I will make it and put it in, give them like an assortment of snacks, and I will put that in their tackle box container that I like to take too. So between the grab bags and the water and the tackle box snacks, they will be able to eat and drink so they don't feel like they are going so far long between meals, or if they're feeling snacky, they have stuff to eat and have things on hand, and it makes it easier for us. We don't have to stop at somewhere and get them food. We can wait till we get home or to our next destination, whatever the case may be. So yeah, if you know of anything else that could go in the kids' backpacks that could be fun for them, go ahead and let me know down in the comments, and I will see you guys in the next one.